Good afternoon, students. This is Visalakshi, handling commerce. Today, I'm here to explain you Chapter 1, Principles of Management. Before moving to the topic, let's have a recap of what we have learned last year. We started with fundamentals of business like barter system, objectives, and classifications of business activities. We knew the different forms of business like sole proprietors, Hindu undivided family business, partnership firms, joint stock companies, cooperative organizations, multinational corporations, government organizations. We learned various services of business like banking, its types and functions, warehousing, transportation, insurance, social responsibility of business, and business ethics. Types of trades, channels of distribution, trade procedures, facilitators of international business were introduced to you. What is contract? Elements, performance, discharge, and breach of contract was taught. Taxes was finally explained. Now let's get into principles of management. This chapter This chapter consists topics like concept of management, definition of management, management and art or science, management versus administration, functions or management process, principles of management, span of management, meaning of management. As humans, all of us are practices of management. Every minute, we plan many of our actions and execute them in a systematic manner to earn the happiness of satisfaction. As the same, management is goal oriented and it is an art of getting things done with and through others. It is more important in organizations. It is global and universal concept. The practice of management helps to achieve the organizational mission and determines the future of business enterprises. It helps to manage their functions, duties, and responsibilities. Concept of management. It could be understood from the thoughtful characteristic features as follows. First point, body of knowledge. Management is important all around the world. If an individual, Mr. Sanjay, who owns a textile shop in Coimbatore, has earned a goodwill from his concern, likes to move his business to Bangalore, the very same techniques he used in Coimbatore with some required changes can be done to gain the fame in the area. We Management has now developed into a specialized body of management theory and philosophy. Knowledge of management helps a person to enter the world of employment either in business or government or private sectors. Second point, management tool. There are various subjects which are developed as tools of management like accounting, business law, psychology, statistics, econometrics, data processing, etc. These managerial functions are helping to enhance practical utility of science and management. Third point, separate disciplines. Management studies in many universities are recognized as a separate discipline. From 1951, many schools of management are offering master degree in business management and administration. Now it is a fashion of conducting training programs, seminars for orientation and retraining in management areas. Your fourth point is specialization. There are plenty universities and institutions across the world which becomes a growing tendency to select and appoint highly qualified, trained and experienced persons to manage the business in each and every area. Your fifth point is code of conduct. Most of the businessmen have realized the business management is a socialized institution that has social responsibilities to satisfy their consumers, their customers, employees, or the community. Present scenario says sellers beware in place of buyers beware, influencing market practices. They have started producing things preferred by the consumers, which is known as consumer oriented marketing. It has reflected pressure on consumerism, trade unionism, public opinion, legalization are definitely including management involved a code of ethics. Your last point is professional association. Business Management Association in many countries helps to promote, spread knowledge in all management areas and build bright public image of managerial professions. Are you clear with these headings? Now let's move on to the definitions of management. It is explained as generalized and precise definition. First is generalized definition. Management is a distinct ongoing process on allocating inputs of an organization, which includes human and economic resources, by typical managerial functions like planning, organizing, directing, and controlling for the purpose of achieving stated objectives to provide goods and services desired by the consumer. This definition includes principal idea of school of management thoughts. First, functional school sees management as a process of planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. Second, behavioral school is not interested in the process but rather in the way of process affects the organization, that is with and through personal or human resources. Third one, quantitative school wants to improve quality of decision making, that is fulfilling the stated objectives of enterprises. System approach concentrates on the entire organization, that is inputs, process and outputs. Contingency approach emphasizes dynamic nature of management process in an ever changing business organization. Second one is precise definition of management. Here there are two authors who has explained about your management. Your first one to Henry Fayol and Peter Decker. Henry Fayol says to manage is to forecast, to plan, to organize, to command, to coordinate and to control. Henry Fayol, he tries to attempt to describe management in terms of what a manager does and not what management is. Peter F. Tucker, management is a multi-purpose organ that manages a business and manages manager and manages worker and work. The practice of management. Tucker stresses three jobs of management: managing a business, managing a manager, and managing workers and work. Even if one is omitted, it would have management anymore. It will result that the business or an industrial society comes to an end where he will have his loss which cannot be overcome. So far we have completed two topics. Let's continue in the next class. Thank you.